Hello. Hello, David.
Hello.
How you
Hello.
doing?
I'm doing
Fancy
very
seeing
well.
you here.
Imagine that. Well, we do stay in the same house, do we not? Apparently.
Let us put the correct exterior on and the brand logo. That's more like it. Well, how are you doing? We're here for the watch along. I thought it would be just me and you, but it appears there's a few people watching, which is amazing.
Well, that's very good.
Don't know how this is going to go. It's 11 o'clock in the evening where we both are. So I'm on the red wine. I don't know about you.
No, I'm not today. I'm on my Stanley water iced.
So I'm just hoping we can stay awake for the duration.
I'll be grand. I'll have a wee halftime coffee or something. So it'll be good enough.
So this is very experimental. We don't know exactly how this is going to go. So we're going to talk about the game. I see the teams are sort of on the pitch, lining up, going past each other, high-fiving. I don't know to what extent we're going to be given commentary. Do you have any idea? Probably not that much.
It depends how well we play, doesn't it? The first thing I would say is, have you seen our pitch? I said to you before when we were watching it, do you think that pitch of ours is in need of some attention?
Well,
or is it just midwinter? Is it not mid? Is this the midwinter? Overall, it looks fine, but it kind of, whenever there's a close-up, it looks as if... Right, there's the team. Hart, Johnston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Burnaby, O'Reilly, McGregor, Bernardo, Abada, Kyogo and Palmer. Biggest shock, worry, concern for you, Gav?
Well, I was about to show that, actually, in the form of
You can show that?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
And of course, Ross County have Wickens, Brown, and Nightingale. Oh, there's us.
Hold on, I'm showing the Celtic team. Yeah. Biggest concern, well, what are the talking points? Carter Vickers is back in. No place for Nawrocki. Burnaby is obviously in for Taylor. And the rest is as you were, really, as expected, isn't it?
It is. I thought, I mean, Stephen called it the other night. He said McGregor would come back in. I was wondering whether or not he might have just rested him a one more game, but no, he's back in there. He was looking lively in the warm-up, actually, so I think he's obviously going to be fine. The Burnaby is an interesting one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't get to see much of him, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Let me just, for the sake of fairness, show you this as the game kicks off. Oops, what am I doing? There is the Ross County team with the very handsome Will Nightingale fronting it.
Very good.
Will Nightingale, of course, AFC Wimbledon legend. Closest thing I have to a second team.
I don't have one.
He joined them when he was 9, and he left on loan when he's 27 or 28. So he came up through their academy and everything. A great servant, but reluctantly had to let him go as they had younger, better replacements, and his knees weren't great.
And how did you come to be as close as you got to a second team?
Oh, hold on. Down the left here, Burnaby. Burnaby puts the ball across. Oh. Oh. Oh, the ball has trickled into the net. Is that a goal? Alistair Johnson seems to be the one who got the last touch. What sort of mayhem was that? Huh? Burnaby down the wing, put the ball across. Somebody had a swing at it at the back stick, bounced back, and then there was some sort of strange sequence of events. What's the replay here? Burnaby. Is that any offside there? Abada going to be called offside? That's the danger. Abada might be offside. But that ball trundled incredibly slowly into the corner, agonizingly for the Ross County goalkeeper.
And I was going to say Ross County started quite lively as well. And here we go.
Well, let's wait and see what VAR has to say about this. Abada's hand might be offside here on the right-hand side.
And is it going to do its usual take a time to
look at that? It's pretty close. All four players in the line all have their right arms extended at the same angle.
Checking for possible offside. Now,
do you have the audio going in your ears?
No.
Like nothing in your ears?
No, I've got nothing in my ears. I've just got you, Gav.
It's nice for you. I've just turned the commentary on.
Let's see a second. I want to see. I feel as if I've got a delay.
Referee has his finger to his ear. So Tam, Mac, Castle, Milkboy, Northampton, Tim are all in the house. Goal stands. Goal stands, yes.
Yeah, beauty.
Wow, it's 3 minutes on the clock as it currently stands. But that was a goal within the first 1 minute something.
It was the most unlikely of goals, is it?
Well, it's unlikely that Alistair Johnson gets a goal, that's for sure. He offers very little going forward, we'll have to be honest. Okay, so we're 1-0 up already, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
That's a great start. And again, it looks as if we're starting with some pace as well. It looks as if we're not holding the ball back too much as they're holding it back. Now, here we go. CCV passing it up. Where are we going now?
You're right about the pitch. There's a lot of dark patches.
Yeah, isn't there?
In fact, it looks really, really poor. That's probably Peter Lawwell's fault, isn't it?
No doubt. For the moment, everything is.
Lack of investment.
Aye.
Well done, McGregor, battling here on the near touchline. Yep. Oh, they've got a chance there on the edge of the box here on this left side. Yep. Ball comes across. Oh. Joe Hart plays the ball out with his feet straight to a Ross County player. Oh, get rid of it, lads. Yes. Oh, Abada in the center circle. Lots of options here. What's he going to do? Not much. Yeah, Celtic almost get themselves into bother at the back. He's not wrong.
Joe Hart is back to making silly decisions again. Unforced errors, right?
I don't know who he was trying to pass that to. There was no Celtic player within
there was no Celtic player there. He kind of almost like he panicked there.
Joe Hart, almost like a panic. Who's ever heard of such a thing?
So there was a period there Joe Hart has actually done himself okay, where you kind of think, well, this idea of having him around until I'm sort of the goalie situation in the summer, and then you see stuff like that, and you just think, no, come on, no.
So not much happening here. Celtic have the ball on the far side of the pitch, stroking it around. The defenders looking for that through ball. Bernardo had a shot there, but very high.
We're playing down that left side as well a bit more than we are the right, aren't we? And it's like, again, a feeling that we're getting into this too many pass situation here again.
God, that onside call is ridiculous, isn't it? That still image they showed. 4 players all running towards the goal with their right arm extended. You're trying to determine who's got the longest fingernails. How come I have a fondness for AFC Wimbledon?
Right.
Well, I lived in London for a whole number of years, and I had a friend who had a season ticket at the Dons, Selhurst Park, and we all got season tickets and used to go and watch them regularly. And initially, I was just going to watch the glamour teams, of course. Well, the Ross County here got space down the left, ball in the middle, dangerous. Oh, thankfully that was not a great pass. But that was a good opportunity for them.
Isn't it just? We were very exposed with that pass coming across as well, right?
Johnson was beating all ends up down the line there. And if that ball was better, that was a goal.
Yeah. We were wide open there.
Corner now to Ross County. It's up in the air. It's out. Goodness. Yeah, so I just went to watch the Dons to see other teams play, and then you go long enough, you get to know the local team. You want them to do well, you know. Is this another corner? Another corner. Ooh. Get rid, scramble. Could go anywhere. Oh, clear it. Kyogo. Oh, Kyogo. If Kyogo had had a better touch, he could have been away there.
So again, I feel we kind of find ourselves in a situation where we're just not fully in control. Maybe scrambled that first goal, and until we sort of place ourselves on top of this game, there's a very good chance they could score.
Yes, there's a third corner in quick succession. Right, come on, get rid. Okay, we've got a chance to break here if somebody could play a good pass, but they don't. Yeah, so I watched Wimbledon when they were ground sharing with Crystal Palace, or not ground sharing, but, you know, renting every other weekend. And I saw them. They were the season John Hartson played for Rangers, for Wimbledon.
All right.
And then when all that nonsense was going on with Milton Keynes and the FA decision and all that, and letting off black balloons, I was part of all that. So that was very distressing. The fact that somebody can just come and take your club, stick them somewhere else in the country just because it's a better catchment area, that's disgraceful. So I still have a soft spot for AFC Wimbledon and nothing but deep disdain for MK Dons.
Understandably.
Ten minutes gone. Here's Palma now. Can he do something? No, straight through to the keeper. At least that period of pressure from Ross County has ended. I wasn't expecting that.
That's very surprising, but I mean, I think it almost kind of tells us our goal was very lucky and it wasn't something that we actually constructed through inventive, creative, and controlled play. Again.
There's that. They have another chance now to put a ball across basic goal. Oh, well defended though. Come on, Joe Hart. Big high ball comes to the back post and Hart doesn't come out for it. That's frustrating.
No, he just leaves that, doesn't he? And hopes someone will take care of it. And Joe Hart
another corner.
Another
corner to Ross County. Jesus. We can't keep giving away corners to these jokers. Eventually, something's going to drop for them. Anyway, nothing came of that. Right, come on, lads. Pass it about a bit. Get into some rhythm. We've got established no rhythm. We're 1-0 up, but as you say, no rhythm.
No rhythm to this at all. And again, it looks as if we rely on this pass back and only will allow our game to develop from that back position. It's like, no, get it up and let's see a breakdown of that defence. Because fair play to Ross County, they've actually come out, right? They're not sitting so deep in the game.
So it's a throw into Celtic now up near the right corner flag in their half. Gone out for a corner. Cheers, Castle Milk Boy. Thank you for letting us know the volumes are all good. The only thing I can say is that, have you got a glass or something, David? Like, I hear the odd crack and smack and stuff.
A glass? I do not. I don't have anything. Is it possibly the seat that I'm sitting on, or
chair?
Could be like.
It's only every now and then. It's not enough to be annoying. Only people like that noise.
Oh, that's the chair.
Only assholes like me will complain about those kind of
the
noises.
whole time.
Right, we're at the halfway line. Come on, Scales. Down to Palma. Palma tries to thread it through. Palma's tried a few passes that haven't come off so far. Nicely done by McGregor, tidying up there.
Yeah.
Oh. Cross from Abada. Oh. Kyogo nearly in, but well defended, I think.
Well defended. But that's looking more like it, right? If we need to have this.
Actually, the ball went past the front of Kyogo there before the defender got the touch. So whoever's taking the corner there, you can see they've sliced open the back of their socks. You know the way some players do. It's up Palma.
Yeah. Apparently to reduce the instances of cramp. I don't know if that's.
Oh, that's got to be a yellow against the Ross County player, James Brown. It's a yellow for Brown, which sounds like a description of a toilet contents. What do you think of Palma's moustache? Is that fetching?
It takes them to kind of like black and white cinema kind of look, does it not?
Yeah, or some sort of Chicago gangster or something.
Yeah, it's. You could see him in Peaky Blinders or something. I don't know, but fair play.
Well,
15 minutes
gone. 1-0.
1-0 to us. I think by a bit of jiggery pokery, because it wasn't fantastic play leading up to it, and certainly we broke down quite a bit with a consistent amount of pressure from Ross County, getting 3 or 4 corners. I don't know how many they got, and we looked quite exposed at the back. No sort of defined process of play to take us back into the game. One kind of reasonable in from like Palma, and Kyogo couldn't get on the end of it, and that's about it since our goal. So I think again something needs to happen, probably more in the midfield. We keep coming down this left side.
Absolutely, we've got to get control of the midfield. I mean, it's all good. We're 1-0 up, so that's fine.
Fine, but so we've got 26% of possession, but they've had 23.
Only 26, yeah.
Yeah.
26, 23. That tells a story.
But I think our possession, when we've been doing that, has been that hold it back and slowly, gradually play up. It's not been that exciting. And I think they did a lot more with it. Again, kind of the scoreline flatters us at the moment.
Oh, yes. Oh, thought O'Reilly was in there.
Nearly.
The problem with Matt O'Reilly is, when these offers come in for him, and you sometimes say to yourself, oh, I can picture him wearing that top or that strip. Because Matt O'Reilly's got model good looks, you can picture him in any football top.
Any football top.
He'd look good in anything. Like, you can see him wearing an Atletico Madrid top. I can particularly see him in an Inter Milan strip. He'd look good in an Inter Milan strip, wouldn't
he? A brown paper bag, that boy would turn up and just make it look lush.
Castle Milk Boy is in the comments there. Do you know Castle Milk?
Do I know the area of Glasgow?
Yeah.
I know Castle Milk, yeah.
All I know about it is it's in that song, Jerry Cinnamon's song.
Aye.
Know the base place, but there's diamonds in the mud.
Aye.
From the hills of the milk to the parade in the East End.
Not heard very much of Jerry Cinnamon. He had his second album, didn't he? And then he's disappeared again. So about 3 years ago. 3 years ago.
There's still no pattern to talk about here. The possession's changing hands quite quickly.
Very scrappy.
Neither team has more than a few passes before they lose possession. Scales on the left side. McGregor. Maybe a chance here. Oh, Riley had a shot that was saved, and then Bernardo put the rebound over the bar. Damn. It's a good chance there. Bernardo to O'Reilly. O'Reilly has the shot. It comes back out to Bernardo. Head in hands.
Feels like we're looking for these wee moments of magic again, right? Like there's a disconnect between our back line, midfield, and our forwards to get this.
Yeah, it's not a cohesive unit, but that was nearly a nice goal.
Nearly.
Ross County breathe a sigh of relief, they're saying. But they're on the attack again.
They don't look
overawed at all. No, they're not.
They don't look. What's that? Was that an offside?
Yeah, they refuse to be subdued.
No,
I think there's something in this for them.
We can certainly sense it, can't we? Now, what's happened at this point? There's no.
Yeah.
Put it out to the left.
Scales out to Palma, but they had a few options. Then Palma will go back to Bernabé, back to Scales, across to CCV, no doubt.
Repeat.
Yeah, there you go. Back to CCV. Out to Johnson. Out to Johnson, back to CCV, I declare. Oh, no. Johnson plays it forward. Into the keeper's arms.
It's almost like we're kind of like ignoring the middle, the midfield, and trying from the back to get up to the attacking players without any true build-up again. And again, we seem to get exposed and get into trouble because of it.
Nice touch from O'Reilly there. Celtic. Well, the commentator just said Celtic drive forward again. They don't drive forward. They kind of jog forward. Fallon McGregor.
McGregor taken out. Yeah, we got a caution for that, I would have thought. But did you see how the pitch again just got dug up there?
Yeah, McGregor was fouled there and he slid a wee bit, and there's a big dirty brown gash, so to speak, on the pitch surface.
Do you remember when we had, was it Holm or was it Yang who came in and helped McGregor kind of in the midfield and allowed McGregor to sort of be a much more creative influence? And it's almost like we kind of, Awata, sorry, yes, Awata. We had, and it's kind of like, well, that is maybe something that's missing at the moment, because I feel McGregor's somewhat isolated. I don't see him in control of the game either, but he also doesn't seem to be able to make that push forward and release players.
They're on the attack again, trying to get a cross in.
Yeah.
Scales snuffs it out for a corner.
Yeah, Castlemilk boy, loads of slack passing, encouraging them. That's right.
Yeah.
So they'll feel as if, yeah,
they're not that good, this lot.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying to each other. We can beat these. That's what you hear in just about every game of football you ever played. We can beat these.
We can beat these, aye. And they also
corner
look quite
comes in.
organized.
And it's shit again, thankfully. What is that? That must be corner 5 or 6 by now.
Must be 23 minutes in, and they are.
Our record could be under threat.
You're
making a lot of knocking noises there. Is that all your chair? Your fancy gaming chair?
It is. It is. It seems to be. Hold on, let me see if I
does your considerable weight put too much pressure on it? Is that the problem?
That's it.
Because I bought this one based on your.
I can see that
advice. Oh, hold on, penalty. McGregor wins a penalty.
Yep.
Referee points to the spot. A bit of argy-bargy between McGregor and the Ross County player.
No, that's a penalty. I mean, to be honest, he's going to have to feel hard done by for that one.
It's a penalty. He sticks a clumsy right leg out.
Clumsy.
And it touches me. And that is a penalty.
I mean, he's going to be kicking himself for that, because that was really clumsy. And there was no
danger. He wasn't going towards goal.
He
wasn't about to cut it back.
And I don't think that Ross County player was trying to do anything malicious there at all. It was just dumb. It was just very, very clumsy.
Well, that's helpful.
Right, Palmer, none of your nonsense. Just straight
Who's going to take this? Yeah, Palmer and his wee annoying fannying around, as Steve would say.
Aye, exactly. Just
here
straight
he comes with the haircut and the moustache.
And the socks. The socks
and
up
the
above
socks
the
with the holes cut out of them. Just put your laces through it, son.
See that crappy wee.
What are you freaking out for? Oh, he's missed it.
That crappy wee, stupid wee, daft run up. Pause. Get that ball in that net. I hate it.
Keeper saved it. Poor penalty. Down to the keeper's right. Bit hesitant running up to it.
No, I'm not happy.
Good save.
A terrible penalty. I mean, he did that sort of wee jig. Up, stop, start, and then telegraph where I'm going to put it.
What's Willie mean by this comment?
What's Rocky Dennis complaining? Rocky Dennis? I don't know. If it's banter I'm in, I don't know. Rocky
That's
Dennis.
Willie, who's on the Celtic Down Under. I used to be on the same show as Willie. How's it going?
Oh, is
Willie?
he?
Good to see you there, son. What, they're checking if the goalkeeper is off his line? He was a bit off his line.
Yeah, well then we're getting away with it.
The referee's got his finger to his ear here.
I know, right. Well, we don't deserve that. We do not deserve that, because that was just terribly taken by Palmer. I'm sorry, I knew he was going to do that again.
There's Willie's explanation.
Simon Murty.
We Paint Chucker. That's a new name. Celtic penalty record is shocking. It absolutely is. Oh, it's encroachment they were worried about.
Decision penalty retake for what?
Now they're going to retake the penalty because of encroachment by other players into the penalty box.
Let's have a look. Where? Let's have a look. Oh, if we get away with it now, if you do this again, I'm actually going to. So the coaching team have got to be having a word with him about this sort of.
Someone should have a word with Willie. He's confusing me left, right, and centre here.
Simon, I don't know. No.
Come on, score this time. Same again, identical.
He's not allowed. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing it? Why is
identical save?
Right, come on now. Why is he allowed to be taking penalties now? That's got to be the end of it. You know what? We didn't deserve a second retake. We didn't deserve that retake, so I can't even get that angry about it. But that is ridiculous.
Almost exactly the same.
He's just too much posing. He needs to get that out of his game completely. Forget the tash and the hair and everything, just in the socks. Just score.
We always seem to make keepers look good. Keepers from opposing teams.
Why, Willie? Because apparently there was encroachment from other players, but it wasn't obvious from what they showed us on any retake of why. So
well, there was encroachment, but it doesn't. I think maybe Willie's point is it doesn't affect the outcome. You know?
No, why was he allowed to retake that? As in, why was
why was he chosen as the retaker?
Chosen? I think that's what he means. Sorry, Willie. Aye. I wouldn't.
Shit. Oh, they're in. They had the ball right across the 6-yard box. Hart was nowhere to be seen. Another wee moment of worry is right. Oh, my goodness.
What's going on? But Willie, back to your point, I wouldn't have him take anything. This has been coming for a while. When he first came in, Palmer was meant to be the spot kick expert, and he certainly did okay. First couple of chances he was given, but he's done this a couple of times now, a few times now, on these slow take, stop, run-ups. It's just, I hate them. Just get that ball in the back of the net when you have that chance, and here you get another chance.
O'Reilly's hurt.
Wait a minute.
What's he doing? O'Reilly's back or something?
It looks...
No. I don't like this.
He's
looking for help.
Oh, he's back. Straight away, he's gone to his back. That's what he's done.
Going to help him off.
And he's gone to his back. He pulled up.
He's in trouble.
And straight with his hand on his back.
We should have sold him before this bloody injury.
Aye. Tell you.
Oh, this does not look good.
No, it does not.
O'Reilly's a guy who knows his body.
Is he going off for
these
treatment?
Movements he's doing. I don't know, but he's doing all sorts of twists and turns and moving his legs and his neck and stuff.
He seems to have a routine he's gone through. Wait a minute, is he staying on?
We don't know yet.
I think he's.
I'm encouraged by the way he's moving. Look, he's doing wee jogs.
He looks okay. Yeah, but I think they need.
At first, it looked like he was get me out of here.
Yeah, it did. It looked a lot worse, didn't it? But he's moving fine as he comes off. He's walking off with one of the physios or the team doctor. Is that the team doctor? So he's walking off fine. He hasn't put his hands on his back. He's got himself down and he knows he's kind of stretching his legs over and stuff. As Gav says, it looks as if he understands what he has to do.
Oh, he's coming back on, isn't he?
I think he'll be back on.
Oh, he's lying on the ground now with his doing all these kind of sexy stretches.
Yeah.
That'll be all over the social media tomorrow. Abada on the right wing now, looking busy but not really achieving much.
No. They push to get a corner out of this.
Did get a corner out of it.
Abada's not been in the game much either, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Just when I seen him then I realised he was on. Right.
That's never a good sign.
No. But maybe he's, done a lot of kind of work off, but I don't see it because I don't see a cohesive play. We are still 32 minutes in. I do not see a Celtic team that have got themselves together. We've got a worry with Matt O'Reilly having gone off, although we think he's going to come back on. We're still sort of captainless in terms of the midfield. What's happened? Joe Hart's given us a couple of heart attacks and some worries with some of his play passing directly out to Ross County players. I've not seen any sort of creative play with Bernabe at all. Just realised Abada is actually on the park. Haven't seen that influence. Kyogo has had one opportunity, not seen much from him at all either. So we are in a situation here where we're wondering where our goal is going to come from, because we're going to need one, because Ross County have looked efficient, determined, expectant. I think they have a sense that we are slightly wounded and that we could be rattled here. They don't look out of breath as often teams do when we're on our game and we're passing and creating and running and they're running after us. That's not the sign we get from the Ross County team at all. O'Reilly's back on now, so that's good. So I think he's looked probably the most creative of our players today. Palmer's had an absolute shocker with his penalties. Not sure we should. Well, it was a penalty because a Ross County player was just really clumsy. Palmer did that slow, speed up, slow down, and telegraphed where he was going to put it. Ross County keeper got it. We got to retake it, although I haven't seen where the infringement took place, but apparently it was other players coming into the penalty area. Didn't see it. Palmer then goes and does exactly the same thing again. So we've got a question, why is he being allowed to take any more penalties?
I said it before, get CCV to come up and just no nonsense, fucking bang it.
Yeah.
If he's fit and he's playing every game and he can be our regular taker, just come up and smack it.
I'd contribute more, right?
Ragged is the word Castle Milford is using. Yeah, it's pretty ragged. But, we're 1-0 up, and will they be able to keep this up much longer? Who knows? Tell us what you're doing at halftime, David.
Well, I was going to go over to the bar. I'm going to see if I can do a live sort of halftime reaction from the Kuala Lumpur CSC. So I'm not sure who's there, what's there, and whether I'm going to do that.
Involves walking across the road to the pub across the road from your house, which is the KL CSC.
Kuala Lumpur CSC. So it's not as if I have to go very far.
A bad night. Put a ball in. Come on. Checks back. Johnson. Got to say, they've been very impressive, Ross County, so far.
I think so. Especially when it's come to their corners, so there's any set piece, they've got themselves immediately to positions that they've practiced over and over, because that's been quite evident from them. They've kept the head, even though they've had some pressure from us at times through penalties and lucky goals. So fair play to them.
Did Bernardo just get booked for that? That didn't seem like much.
Again, Bernardo, a player I haven't seen much of, have we? I think, yeah,
No,
Castlemore,
as you say, our midfielders
just not contributing, not taking control. There seems to be a play from the back line.
Oh, here's a chance. Come on, get the ball in. Ah, come on, Johnson. Another corner to Celtic, though. And we know how potent we are from corners. This broadcast is brought to you by Wolf Blass Wine. Wolf Blass, Cabernet Sauvignon.
One of the sort of reliable wines out here in Malaysia, if you guys want to know. We don't get wines, although we are quite close to Australia. We actually have very, very poor wine opportunities here, and it's expensive as well. And the wines don't seem to travel very well at all.
Here's Ross County on the break again. Bernabé's got to get to that. Yes, he does.
Does.
Well done. He's got a wee tash going on as well, Bernabé.
Aye, and he's got a mullet of sorts as well.
Does, doesn't know what to be at.
Right, so here we go. Again, Joe Hart not kind of sitting back from a lot of us as well. He's got a tendency, Joe Hart, to stand on his line or in the goal and
goal, yes.
You know,
I'll tell you, as I said on the show the other day, after watching the highlights of Valdimarson, you couldn't imagine two more different goalkeepers. He is amazing. He is just out jumping at everything. It's so great to see.
I've not seen. I need to have a look at him.
Oh, I thought that was a goal. Did Joe Hart get a touch on that? There was a cross came in and it was very close to Hart towards the back stick. We'll have to see the replay. I think he might have got a touch on it or someone headed it off the crossbar. Did you see that clearly?
No, I did not. I'm waiting for any replay. Let me see it.
Anyone in the comments tell us what just happened there, or they're going to show us it? Let's see the replay of this. Cross comes in. Hart completely misses it, and a guy could have headed that straight in. There was two Ross County fellas getting in each other's way.
We got exposed again, didn't we? Exposed again. Hart questionable again. He's having a bit of a shocker today. Oh my goodness.
An escape for Celtic indeed. Oh, how did that not go in? It hit the crossbar and came back out, didn't it?
Yep.
Jesus, that was Will Nightingale, Wimbledon's favourite son.
There you go. Yeah, I've not been over at the bar to see how things got set up, so I don't know who's there, how many's there. I sent a message across to Ray, but he's obviously drinking and talking to people. So I'll find out when I get there. You can put it on for 5 minutes. We'll try.
Nice.
The idea is...
Get up again. Oh, jeez. Crunching tackles. They're on the attack here. They've got quite a few players forward. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Thank goodness. Jan Danda's just made a balls of that. Thank goodness.
So we're kind of reliant on their perhaps lack of absolute clinical finishing. And
if they had a good attacking player, we wouldn't be in the lead.
No, we would not. They might have really properly exposed us. Here we go again.
Very sort of scrappy
back and forth and try to get forward. It goes backwards.
No period of sustained pressure or sustained possession.
This is, look at the way the ball's moving, by the way. I've just noticed again, particularly on this pitch. It's bouncing up and down. That pitch looks dreadful. Anyway, so I think what it's going to take is a very serious a halftime talk about getting some absolute focus, deliberation into the team. The team somehow from the break to now, we've kind of lost our shape and form. So here we are, missing some players.
You know what Steve was saying on the last game, on the last show? Michael, our guest, or first time appearance guy, he was saying that these would be the ideal opponents for Celtic right now, just because of all the bullshit going on with the manager and stuff. But Stephen was saying these guys are going to sit so deep, and when they don't have the ball, they're incredibly deep, aren't they? Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, most of their team is around the edge of the box there.
And but
then they do support when they get the ball. Yeah, they come forward in numbers.
They do.
Like they're doing right now. Here we go again.
And in some ways, they're looking a lot more fluid on their break than we do. Again, it's just a lot.
They've more space to pass it into.
But they're. I mean, there's been a couple of kind of passes there for them that's not looked good, but my goodness.
Pork Chop Express is in the house. Michael Mulholland.
How are we doing?
That's 2 minutes of the first half, regulation time.
Yeah. We're going to have
still
a few
there's kind of going toe for toe. We need a moment of magic here. Here we go. The chance here.
Riley. Let's take it.
Abada.
Goes in. There we go. No, they've defended well. Okay. Let's bring it back in. But McGregor looking to get the shot in. Passes it back
like we had an advantage in numbers for a minute there.
Yeah, O'Reilly, there was some slicker play there, but we just had no finish.
420 somewhere. Is it ever 420 in your household, David? Or do you don't want to divulge those details?
420? Is there some reference there that I don't know? Because I was just going to say twice a day.
Evidently not then.
Yeah.
420 is code word for consumers of the herb.
Is it?
Yeah.
There we go.
So pedestrian, says Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Pork Chop Express. Alistair Johnson this season. He's regressed. He looked so good when he came in.
Yeah, it doesn't he?
He's very sort of one-dimensional. Bernabé's in the box. Oh, shot is blocked. Oh, now they come away with the ball. 420 every day, brothers.
420 every day. Yeah, it's not in Malaysia. Malaysia is not a place that you would have that for. But just go north.
Wow.
And it becomes legal very quickly up in Thailand.
Maybe not in your part of Malaysia.
We may, right, exactly. Very different parts of Malaysia, as we should remind people.
There are some people. There's a couple. These couple of American guys, these black guys, right? And all they do is get completely baked and watch comedy and react to comedy. You know, like Louis C.K. and stuff.
Right.
Frankenstein's Lab. Cross comes in. Abada. Back post. Oh, keeper saves it. Oh.
Right.
Palmer had a couple of chances there. He had a shot at the far post from across. Keeper saved it. And then he had another crack at it and it spun the way back instead of going goalward. Frankenstein's Lab. It's worth checking out. It's quite funny. These two guys. You should see how they can barely speak. And their videos are very funny.
I'll have a look.
Palma puts a cross into the back post. It's a big high floater.
Now, there's been some flashes of decent play here in the last sort of VAR 5 minutes that we've got.
There's 5 minutes of extra time, yeah.
Yeah.
420 somewhere. Puffing on a fat blunt. We Paint Chucker says familiar feeling to this game this season. Thought we had turned a corner. That's a good point. I mean,
very true.
It's the first game back after a break, so maybe we do need a game or two to get back into it. But we're definitely not playing with the same sort of momentum we had beforehand.
Absolutely, and it's very telling that if that's where our sort of comfort zone is, if we have to go back to somewhere that we know and that's our game instead of an attacking game, then that's a concern. If this is where we've got to work ourselves out of, and it's always this thing that we have to challenge the manager for, is to say he likes possession football. We like possession football when it means that we are pushing forward and scoring goals. He seems to like possession football full stop. And here we are back with more possession. I don't know. I don't think it will be so different because I think they've done well.
They've won a free kick just outside, well, not just outside the box, but a few yards outside the box. And it puts a ball in, doesn't get anyone. Come on now, let's break with some decent passes. No, can't get past the halfway line. Ooh. Oh. Come on, McGregor. See these balls out of defense when we have a chance of doing something. They're just scrappy and inaccurate.
Yeah. Especially when the midfield's just been absent today. I mean, it's just totally bypassed. This is so we need to see something change there. And they seem to be able to dictate the space that we get when we're in their goal area. They seem to be able to absolutely pack that, control that space. And we don't seem to be able to do very much.
Palmer puts a cross in, headed out. McGregor shoots. Oh. I thought it hit O'Reilly there and went out, but it's been given as a Celtic corner. And it's been taken already. If we score from this, they'll be furious. Oh. Shot comes in from who? Palma there? Saved by the keeper. Abada going to have a crack. Hits the defender. That's Simon Murray that Willie was talking about earlier. Oh, Jesus Christ, Scales.
Scales on horrendous.
That was like fluffing a wee pitching wedge there. Terrible.
Terrible. Now, Alistair Johnson's been found out a few times today, is he not, as well? Oh, we're off. Right.
That's the end of the first half.
All righty, let's do our experiment. Shall we do it? See if this ends up in disaster. All right, folks. So what I'm going to do is I run the Kuala Lumpur CSC. Some of you may or may not know that. And it's not very far away from here. So I'm going to go over there. This is the first time, by the way. If this all goes horribly wrong, it's my fault entirely because I suggested doing this and Gav wasn't keen at all. Because he's right a lot. So I'm going to go over there and see if I can actually get some halftime reaction from the guys over there. I'll find out what state they're in first of all. That'll be a giggle for you. And then I'll go back over here and join Gav in the studio. Let me do this.
In the studio. All right. So good luck.
Right.
I suppose I'll remove him. Fill the screen. Okay. Pork Chop Express is very vocal here. The early VAR nonsense after the first goal and the pens have dampened the game again. Yeah, well, we haven't done ourselves any favours either. But you're right, there was loads of stop-start for refereeing, like watching Beaton again. The players didn't seem to be on their toes and only flat-footed. Yeah, you're not wrong. So am I just going to sit here until he comes on again? I suppose I am. What else can I show you? Oh yeah, there's this. Don't know if you saw that in the news. Stuart Gray has died at the age of 50. It's some sort of cancer from the bile duct. Some horrible thing, which apparently, as soon as it can be detected, they say it's already too advanced, probably to do too much about. So, rest in peace, Stuart Gray. There's also this. 450 appearances for Callum McGregor. It's pretty good going, isn't it? I wonder are these pictures actually chronological? Is he getting younger the further back we go there? Must be. That's him as a wee boy at the end, isn't it? Yeah, look, he's a wee boy there. That's him as he's gone through his Celtic career. It's a good story. Great achievement. Yes, indeed. Pork chop. That's a good graphic there, isn't it? What else is going on? Tell me something else in the comments. Keep the conversation going until David is ready to show us what's going on in the KLCSC. It's literally across the road from his house. Like, he set it up. So he went to the nearest bar to him and said, "Do you fancy being home for the Kuala Lumpur Celtic Supporters Club?" So they said, "Yeah, sure." So now every time they have the games on and people that are in KL, they come and watch it in this pub across the road from his house. So it's like an extension of his place. It's pretty handy. I, on the other hand, watch games on my own because there's not another Celtic fan in this town, as far as I know. Pork Chop Express. Can he be doing that? Wonder is around. No, I've got the sort of some stuff lined up for the Monday show, but not on these live streams or these watch-alongs. We're not going to do sing-alongs. Jeez, look how black my teeth look. That's because of the wine. Okay, so it would appear that David has rejoined us, but for some reason he's showing the TV screen in the bar, and I don't really want to be showing that, I don't think. You doing this regular, Gav? It says Pork Chop Express. No idea. We're just doing it once to see how it goes. I honestly thought it would be just me and David, looking at each other. Oh, here's the KLCC. Look at that. Okay, show us everything but the TV screen.
Back. How we doing?
We're doing well. You probably shouldn't be showing us the telly. Hello.
I'm not sure you can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Can hear.
Yes.
All right, first half reaction. There's some of the guys. You figured. Terrible. Midfield missing. Terrible reaction. So, first game back after Buffy, we're not happy. All right. get back on the buffer. Right, so generally everybody's not very happy, so I'm going to come back and get to the studio and see you soon.
Well, that was worth it. Very good. So he's just popped across the road there, and that's the excitement that's going on in the Celtic Supporters Club. Not too much excitement. It's not exactly a game to inspire excitement, is it? Let's be honest. Pretty crap. But, you know, first game back. What about Rangers? Did Rangers win earlier? Somebody tell me in the comments if what was the Rangers result. Didn't they play earlier? I assume they won. Otherwise somebody be saying something. It'll gain momentum the more you do it, bud. Hope so. I mean, it's just to do something different with the channel. 1-0 to them. Is that all? Okay. It's just to do something different, and it's better than watching the game on my own downstairs, getting shouted at by my wife for swearing in front of my son. Swearing at Jerry McCullough, usually. I mean, I'll be watching the game anyway. And, you know, there's a few people watching it with us for whatever reason. So that's handy enough. We've got some other ideas for the channel, like, you know, doing different shows, maybe like a one-on-one sort of debate show about the hot topic of the day, doing that maybe one day a week. We're also talking to the American CSCs about potentially, you know, opening up a day for them to have like an American day on a Celtic world where sort of they all talk to each other from the US perspective. Might be a bit of a laugh. Wonder what anyone thinks about Rangers signings. You know, they seem to be being a bit more successful this window, getting people in. I see a lot of people talking on Twitter saying, but these are players that none of our fans would be happy with. But, you know, some of them look decent enough. I think they'll improve their team anyway. So they're going to be better in the second half of the season. Are we? That's the question. David, oh, you've muted yourself. You're going to unmute yourself as soon as you've oiled your chair.
Here I am. Never work with children, animals, and drunk Celtic fans who are depressed because their team's not playing well.
Yeah, there wasn't much crack out of them.
No, they were sitting quite depressed, actually.
Who's the guy with the ponytail? He's everywhere. Does he run the bar?
Ray.
Is that Ray? I don't know.
Ray is the only one that I know has a ponytail. The rest of them can't afford it. I think.
And who is Ray?
Ray came to Malaysia about 8 months ago now, and he teaches. He's a sports headmaster type guy, and he was in Dubai before that, so he's lived abroad quite a bit.
Is he Scottish?
Yes, man. Terry Ray. Well, anyway, he's got to see. You got to see where the KLCC is. So if you're ever in town, has everybody you managed to give them a therapy session in the interim?
Well, I was just going to. I didn't plan to be here for halftime, but because you were doing that, that was worth it. So, no, we were just. Pork Chop was asking if we're planning to do this all the time, sort of thing, and I said, "No idea. We thought we'd do it once, see how it goes."
Aye.
It's been quite good. I mean, the game's been dull as dishwater, but the fact that we're doing this makes it less dull for me. Don't know about you. But if you were just sitting watching this, I'd be, you know, huffing and puffing and going to the toilet and half interested in it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I usually at this time, so actually surprisingly, there's a few at the KLCC tonight. Normally at 11 o'clock on this one for a game like this, probably not. But some people were in town, some people agreed. So you just suddenly, there's 4 or 5 people there. But if not, I wouldn't typically bother to go over. So I would sit on my own and watch it and rage at whatever was going down, and then get on the podcast on a Monday or a Thursday for therapy to get over it. But we seem to have regressed. I mean, honestly, the feeling from the guys just when I went over there was actually really pissed off at how we're playing. Really, really terrible. So we're just kind of wondering what was. I had another couple of minutes with them, and they're just wondering what's going on. Why have we regressed to before we were sort of sharp and winning games? It's a worry.
Well, we're just talking about whether Rangers have actually improved their team. They seem to be doing more in the transfer window than we have.
I watched their game against St Mirren.
Mm-hmm.
So thankfully, no, they didn't appear to be much better at all. And St Mirren could have almost. Arcon played for them, and he missed a couple of real chances as well in the first half. He should have done a lot better for them.
But, you know, if they make a couple of more signings, that guy from Cote d'Ivoire might be a good player. He might be good. Who knows?
Okay. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But it looks as if there's a possibility that our Sydney Van Hooijdonk may be just back on again.
Oh, yeah.
That would be something of a relief because we've signed one. No left back and no keeper and no striker.
Who'd have thunk?
So we've got someone on the right that we've got to try and find a space for.
I see Nicholas Kuhn warming up there. I hope he comes on.
Well, someone in from Honduras? No, that's fantastic if it's true. From Palmas.
Yarix. Hello, I'm Celtic fan from Honduras, country of Luis El Bicho Palma. Well, bienvenidos al mundo celtico. How'd you like that? What does El Bicho mean, the Yarix? Can you tell us? That'd be good to know.
El Bicho.
Gracias, says Yarix.
Is that a nickname for him, El Bicho?
It sounds like it. How's your Spanish, Davide? ¿Puedes hablar poquito español?
No. Nothing.
Nada.
Nada. Zip.
Por Dios. Dios mío. Pork Chop Express. I hope El Bicho Disney mean what I think it does. No, you just can't put an O at the end of it. What does El Bicho mean? I'm going to look that up. Tell me if the game starts.
El Bicho. Yeah, the game's on. Do you notice a slight delay in your internet feed from Celtic TV than mine?
Possibly because you seem to be reacting to things before I knew what was happening.
Yeah. See, we are in different countries, really, ultimately.
Cristiano Ronaldo is called El Bicho, which means the bug in Spanish. The bug. And then this is what the Eric says. Luis Palma is fan of CR7. Por eso le llaman. For this reason, they call him El Bicho, the bug.
I see.
Wow, muchas gracias, Yarix. Muy interesante. Entonces, it's almost time for the second half. They're about to kick off here.
And Matt Riley's going to do that for us. looking
right,
okay.
come on, let's have a bit of pace, a bit of tempo.
Any subs,
play with
mate?
a bit
None.
of speed.
So we're probably only going to see subs at about the 60th minute, isn't it? That's what we'll probably expect if anything's going to happen.
Palma failed 1 penalty.
2.
2. I don't know why I'm putting it in the comments. He failed 2 penalties, the Yarix. He took 1, and then it was retaken because of other players running into the box. And then he took exactly the same penalty, and the keeper saved it in exactly the same way. Yeah, everyone was very distressed. Chance here now. Johnson. Oh. McGregor followed up.
McGregor influential here.
Right. Celtic have been told to come out here and play with speed and tempo and get a second goal. Calm the nerves. He took both with his other left foot. Says Pork Chop Express. With his other left foot? Yeah. Poor penalties, really. Pork Chop Express says we're ahead of him. The game has just kicked off where he is. That's pretty annoying when people respond to things and you haven't seen them yet. So, sorry about that. Again, Scales looking for Kyogo, as you say, bypassing the midfield.
Again.
I mean, that's fine in the right circumstances, but not all the time. There's Kaiser.
Hey, Kaiser, how we doing?
Yeah, I got it, Pork Chop. He's playing with 2 left feet.
And again, Ross County for the first 3 or 4 minutes here, second half, absorbing the pressure.
And then getting back on it themselves, not afraid to knock it about.
So it looks, unless we make some changes, that we're in for a repeat of the first half.
Jeez.
So
CCV did well there.
CCV's probably been the most stable player for us today. Matt O'Reilly, I would suggest, the most creative. Unfortunately, I don't have much to say about anybody else. I see Abada appearing in the second half maybe a couple times now, but he was absent in the first. Bernardo.
So, yeah. Abada played the ball into Ragley there, who tried a little sort of turn with the ball, but the ball kind of ran away from him. At least that was a bit more of a flowing move. That, but I mean, they are deep. When as soon as we're in possession, look, there's one man in the center circle. Everybody else is in their third. I mean, that's nothing new, I suppose.
So I think all I'm seeing in the first few minutes here is pretty much same play where we're taking pot shots at a crowded Ross County goal, and always coming close but never actually genuinely threatening.
O'Reilly just had a shot here from the corner of the box. Was he trying to curl it into the corner there?
I think that's what he was trying to do.
Wasn't far off.
Wasn't far off, and he's forgiven because I think it was probably intentional for him. But again, 5 minutes in, and nothing tells me that we've changed much.
Okay, keep the faith, son. Keep the faith.
Oh, I do, because I think 60th minute we'll start to see some substitutions, and then we'll become more creative, because there's always this stall in the team that seems to take, and it embeds itself. And it's very difficult to break unless you figure out who is the person that's not controlling the ball through midfield, causing you the
take
problem.
A shot here if you can. No, what position?
See, Ross County players are getting on our players immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, we're making them look good. But they're working their socks off.
They're working.
That's a good ball from Scales to the left flank. Bernardo. Oh.
But again, he had to do
crossed it in towards the penalty spot, but there was nobody there.
No one in there.
That was a good ball from Scales to Bernardo, though. Look at that.
It was a good ball, but he had to do better than that.
He should have fired that across to Kyogo.
And he was under no pressure. Bernardo was not under pressure.
Fire it low in front of goal. Here's another chance. Oh.
Their keeper has done incredibly well today
O'Reilly,
as well.
Nice pass from O'Reilly there to Alistair Johnson, who I think was trying to, he was trying to play it across the face of goal. The keeper palmed it away.
So their keeper has done incredibly well for them today.
Like I say, we always make the other team's keepers look good.
Yeah.
Cross. Keeper saved that from point blank range from CCV there.
Yep.
He didn't know what was happening. Wow.
He got his hand in the right direction, so it was kind of cat-like instinct, right? But that's what you need from a keeper.
That was a great save, gotta say. Corner from Palma. El Bicho. The Yarix.
Kyogo has a wee turn on the ball as it comes out. But comes to nothing.
Oh, so you said that before it happened for me. You're ahead of me.
Or I can just see what's happening.
You've just got greater insight into the game.
Tactical brain. Yeah, just. Oh. Okay. So I think we're all like an inch off the pace. I think we're
good skill from Palma there. Plays it across. Palma gets it. Oh, nearly a 1-2 with O'Reilly.
Nearly.
That was nearly very nice.
Again, it's this nearly thing that we keep talking about. Kind of just an inch off the pace, an inch off our passes, and just not sealing the deal at all.
Still only 1-0. Matt O'Reilly apparently is still visibly struggling.
I think he might actually after this game be out for a week or two getting treatment for that, because I do not think they want to risk him.
Yeah.
When do our Asian Cup players come back?
Is it for the next game?
I don't know.
I don't know. Somebody tell us in the comments.
Yeah, when does our Asian Cup players come back?
Do you see Malaysia drew with South Korea?
I didn't.
Yeah. in a 3-3 game that was absolutely, back and forth in terms of goals. Great result for Malaysia.
Definitely.
Yeah, Riley's still twisting and moving and trying to loosen up that back. Missed next 2 games, says Pork Chop Express. Yeah, that's probably right.
Players, especially when we're playing from the back like this, players don't seem to know where their teammates are. They're having to look for them and wait for the space to be created to make the next pass. So we're lingering on these balls much longer than we should. So our possession will look probably pretty decent here, but it's what we're doing with it.
That's it there.
68, right?
Come on, lads.
There we go.
Palmer now. What can he do? Oh, that's a nice pass if Bernabé can get there, and he does. But whistle went for a foul.
There's Kun, is it?
Kun's not on, is he?
No, he's warming up, I think.
Oh, yeah, warming up.
He's interesting to see. Oh, there we go. That wasn't such a clever tackle on Bernabé there. He looks okay.
Oh, you're a good few seconds ahead of me. You're watching on Celtic TV? Oh,
I'm
no,
watching
I
it
shouldn't ask that.
Celtic. I'm watching on Celtic TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Free kick. Come on, free kick now.
Yeah, some clumsy
to the
challenges
side of
coming
the
out.
box here, the near side of the box where Palma was injured.
Maybe there's a wee bit of tiredness in the Ross County players now because there's been a couple of challenges, clumsy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see what we can do from this.
Everybody up for this? O'Reilly and Palma over the ball.
Now, if we were going to do some, so nothing's come off that and it's been pushed back out to us again. Slow build up back again.
Okay. You keep saying things before I see them. Is that what other people are experiencing of us? Are we both ahead of people back home?
Maybe, right? I don't know.
I was getting excited for the free kick and you were saying, geez, it's just come back.
Well, you could have predicted that. You didn't need wait for me, right? There's been no indication that we're going to do anything from that.
Well, they're on the break for me. On a
no,
CCV,
we're on the break now.
Again, CCV masterfully read that. Come
if you're
on,
going to make
the right wing, Abada.
Substitutions, what would you do? So if Kun's going to come in, who would you take off?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because Palma is looking pretty decent at this stage. Abada's not done a lot. Probably Abada.
I'll take Abada off. Yeah, Bernardo, Abada. If we could do anything for the midfield, that would be fantastic. Kun sort of normally plays on the right. But someone said
That's
there
right.
hasn't he played since December? So he might not be very sharp.
Well, he'll fit right in. Get the cross in, Johnson.
There we go.
Here comes Murray and CCV. Oh, well done, CCV.
CCV, perfectly timed.
You know, a fit Cameron Carter-Vickers is just the rock upon which we are built.
Absolutely.
You know, and just because he's been injured this season, like so quickly, people start thinking, "Oh, we could sell him." We're so lucky to have him.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the only worry is this idea of, is he injury prone? Is it possible that's the thing, or is it just a run of bad luck?
I think he's just been unlucky this season so far, and it's only half the season. You know, if he has a brilliant second half, we'll forget all about that.
Yeah. So again, I think just watching this over, I've not seen again any creative play that hasn't been broken down by either bad passes or the efforts of Ross County, and they get back on and push us back up, and we're going to start the process all over again. And it seems to be a process. Like
Ross County on the attack again.
Yep.
But thankfully, they just don't have very much going forward.
They really don't. They don't. That's the one.
They get a nosebleed when the ball's.
Yeah.
A couple of shots there from them being blocked. But our defense seems to be able to cope with what they're throwing at us at the moment.
Yeah.
If you're a Ross County fan, though, you'd be very happy with this performance.
Be delighted, would you not? I don't know what to make of Burnaby because I think his work rate's on. Here's Kuhn coming on, right? So let's see what's got. And we've got Narovsky coming on as well. Who's coming off for Narovsky?
Navratsky
looks to be coming on. So who's coming off?
Well,
who's coming off?
If it's going to be like for like, O'Reilly won't be coming off, but you would have thought he would have because of his injury.
I would have taken him off for his injury, but maybe they'll rest him for the next couple of games. CCV's off.
Really?
Off.
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's okay. If Navratsky's coming off.
And Palmer's going off.
Maybe they're just managing CCV.
Managing them, maybe this is just to ensure
but it's only 1-0.
I know, and they looked still lively. 63 minutes, and I knew it was going to come at the 60th minute, as is Rogers' one. But I mean,
here comes Paddy Roberts.
Paddy Roberts, brother, twin. Slightly surprised by those changes. Let's see what it does and see if the manager knows something we don't.
So who came off there? CCV and?
Palmer.
Palmer's off.
Yep. Which again surprises me because I think although he was I was concerned about his finish, he was still lively and causing threats.
Yeah.
And he was getting the ball in, so he was kind of feeding players.
Qué pena de Yarek, el pobre Palma. Get up, Kyogo.
Hasn't offered much at all today, has he?
He needs to stay off TikTok. I've been watching his shitty TikToks.
No.
Terrible.
Yeah. I would have thought they would just ban any professional footballer from being allowed to do
Nobody
these
should
things,
be
right?
doing wee dances. Oh, the ball was out there. We need a second goal here, though. This is... Anything could happen. Penalty or something. Joe Hart moment of madness. Come on, Celtic. Here we go, down the right wing.
It was Kun actually looking quite lively.
Who's that, Johnson on the ball? Into Riley.
Riley to Kun.
Oh. Corner. Oh, come on.
No.
Somebody, you take it. No, you take it. No, you take it.
You take it. Absolutely stubborn Ross County defence as well, though. I mean, they know their roles and they've been sticking to them, haven't they? It's that creative kind of last goal score opportunity that they miss, but in terms of the discipline, work ethic, well done. And we just don't seem to have the creativity at the moment to be able to get past it. I don't know. I think we might just be able to get another goal past, maybe from somewhere, but it's going to be a luck, right? This isn't premeditated murder of them. It's just not going to be the case.
Oh. At least this is a good period of possession, at least.
It is.
O'Reilly tried to backheel it sort of there to anyone in the box. We didn't quite get it.
Maybe it feels as if we've got a bit more movement in our play.
Pitch is a fucking mess. Look at it now, how cut up it is. Off goes Willie's best mate.
I noticed with this ref today that he was obstructing play quite a bit. I don't know whether or not he's entirely unfit or just not aware of his surroundings. Right, so we're playing possession football to be dispossessed, to be sent back, to try again.
The commentator calling him Narovsky. That's annoying. Oh, yes. Kuhn is through. Tried a little outside of the right foot cross, but into the arms of their tall goalkeeper.
I think we're going to need some more changes to take place. I just think we're just repeating what we did in the first half now, and with some more intent only, but with little change in the outcome. Puzzled as to what to do. Who's on the bench? Let me have a look. So we've got Bain, Kuhn, Turnbull, Holm, Novroski, Vata, Ralston, Welsh, and Johnston. No, you're all right.
Well, not too many game changers there.
No, you're all right. I won't bother. No, you're all right. Oh.
Bernabe and Kuhn, they're very experimental, aren't they? As a combo.
I think it's one of those games which requires one player to take it by the scruff of the neck, and normally you would go to Callum McGregor to do that, but he hasn't been able to do so. He tried in the first few minutes of the second half, but he's now just defending. Seems little to no sort of thought leadership within the team at all. Kyogo's
That's a guy with a long surname there, Borthwick Jackson.
Well,
his name on his shirt has to go in like an arc, like a horseshoe shape, because there's so many characters.
Right, what are we seeing? Are we seeing any?
Their keeper has an injury. That could help us in the last 20, 25 minutes.
That's what we're relying upon. So they're all taking water on while we wait for the Ross County keeper to be looked after. Matt O'Reilly actually does look a bit stiff as he's walking around there. So that's a worry. I think he'll be out for a game or two, getting treatment on that. From what I've seen of Kuhn, he started lively enough, but he looks no better than any of the other players that are on the park so far. Brendan Rodgers asking players to come and see him, so it looks as if he's got some ideas. That's good because he's the manager, and you'd hope so.
Goalkeeper Wickens has joined the Staggies on loan from Fulham.
Fulham?
He's a Fulham player.
Well, he's had a brilliant match today.
22-year-old, or maybe 23.
Looks young. This boy here with a moustache and a wee goatee, what's his name? He's been a handful. He's been annoying.
Who's that?
He's the Ross County player.
Yeah,
It looks like our sort of Burnaby equivalent.
Yandanda.
Well, he's been annoying. He's been a handful. That's for sure.
Mikey Johnson, that's your answer. He's set to come on. That's Mikey the game changer. That's the ace up our sleeve.
Is it? Let's have a look. Let's see. Mikey Johnston, probably. That's about it, isn't it? And you know what? If I look across those names, probably. Slack passing again.
This has been an exceptionally dull game to do our first watch along to.
Exactly. Difficult though, isn't it? Because it's kind of rinse and repeat the play.
74 minutes, almost 75.
Right, so
I mean, they haven't really had a meaningful attempt at goal, have they, in the second half?
No.
That I can recall.
So Mikey Johnson's coming on, right? Abada's off.
Hasn't been great. Getting
No.
a good reception, though, from the Celtic Park faithful.
Yeah.
Is that who you mean there? That was Yan Danda, who Mikey Johnson ran over to. Maybe you mean somebody else.
Let me have a look. I'll point him out the next time I'm 5 minutes ahead of you. We may have some difficulty matching players in the delays.
He's a mustachioed little Hispanic-looking fella, is he? A goatee.
That's
goatee.
who. Yeah.
Let me
That's
see
who
if
I'm
I can
talking about.
identify who that is.
Let me look to at the Ross County team.
There's no point in us both looking it up. I'll watch the game then.
Yeah.
Mikey Johnson looking purposeful here. Johnson to Johnson. O'Reilly gonna play a arcing pass in now. Oh, come on.
No, I think the player I mean is James Brown.
Chance here. Cross comes in. O'Reilly. Oh. Didn't get a chance to hit it there. Ball wouldn't come down quickly enough for him. He like chested it. Then before he could hit it, the defender was in.
We may be spending enough time outside their box area to create chances. We might just.
That's a free kick right on the edge of the box.
There we
That's
go.
good.
Kyogo's legs taken away from behind. Kind of a silly challenge as well. Kind of unwarranted. No need for it.
Yeah.
This is right on the edge of the box.
And we don't have our set piece specialist, Palma. He's gone off.
We don't.
It's a dangerous position for Celtic, the commentator just said. I mean, it's a dangerous position for most football teams, but not really for us. Are you excited by this opportunity?
I think it's about the best clear-cut opportunity that we've had since the 2 penalties that were missed. And this is... And I think we're essentially up against their goalkeeper, and he's been on form. We don't have a natural taker from here, and there we go.
It's got to be O'Reilly, hasn't
it? Yeah.
Just outside the box, in the center of the box.
But a fairly tame attempt, I would have thought. It certainly had curve on it, but it just didn't look.
You were talking about it before it was hit again. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that was a fairly tame attempt.
So, however, maybe what we're doing now is we've managed to pull ourselves to play our possession football around their goal area, which may create some of those chances that we desperately need, and we might, by the next 10 minutes, find some way to do that. And the only thing we can hope for then is that they don't score on a break and we walk away not with 3 points. I watched the Rangers game against St Mirren, and I thought they were lucky today as well. I thought there was a fair chance that they could have walked away with a draw. I'm not sure that we deserve much more than like this win today, but I suppose we have scored.
Oh, that's a good effort from Johnson, that ball. You know what I was thinking? This is the first time we've done this, so it's all about learning, right? For us. Maybe we should be just reacting like 30 seconds after things happen and like discussing what happened 30 seconds ago, you know, rather than immediately responding. If people are watching and there's a delay, you know what I mean? Should we just watch the game and then talk about what we've seen a minute ago, or?
Yeah, I guess. But what we need is some feedback from people who've listened to us, and because we don't know at what rate they're watching the game either, right? So we could be delayed. I don't know. We don't know where our feed is.
Tell us in the comments, are we slightly ahead of you? And if so, how much? Or conversely, if you're ahead of us, let us know. I think from what I saw earlier, we're a wee bit ahead of a few people. O'Reilly's about to take a free kick here. He's probably taking it in your TV.
He has. So Matt O'Reilly, I still think, even though he clearly he's still sort of doing those shapes that he needs to do to release his bag, he's still probably the most influential player other than CV, who's now off. I'm probably being protected because he's just back. And it's difficult to then say who else has had any bigger impact. We've been waiting for Mikey Johnson to make an impact. He hasn't done so coming on. Navroshki's done okay coming on, but I don't suppose we've been particularly threatened yet. And here we stop our play again and pass back because there's no clear forward pass opportunities. And we run into a wall of Ross County players.
Pork Chop Express says he's 2 minutes behind us. That's a lot.
It's probably, yeah.
Bernabé had a chance there to put a decent cross in, but spooned it high and very poor.
Very wide. Again, there was a lot of effort to get to that point, a lot of build-up play, and it was ultimately wasted pretty much with that cross because he had to do better. He was, again, under no pressure. He had time. And we begin the process again. Alistair Johnson's pass is poor.
Get the feeling there might be still a chance here, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's we look to be out and around the sort of danger zone for them, but it's just difficult to understand, know where it's going to come from, because there seems to be, previously I'd have said, "Oh, wait, you'll see. Kyogo's been quiet, but he'll turn up." And no, I don't feel that today at all. I think he's anonymous today completely. I don't think he's had much service. That's true.
No, very little.
But difficult to also sort of define what the tactics were today. Clearly possession football, clearly, but there was no sort of obvious kind of strike process in terms of who was going to be identified. We seem to be...
I mean, that's the whole problem with Rodgers, isn't it? This season, it's just like, go out and see what you can do, lads.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway, 3 points are the most important thing. So,
this game will be lost and forgotten in the midst of time. This is, if we walk away with 3, we're happy.
yes, if we walk away with 3.
If we walk away with 3, that's it. I'll forget about it. But it's going to be a tough gig on Monday to do the podcast and talk about this. How do you analyze this? You start making excuses, saying they're not all back. We've got players away. I don't know what you do with this. I remember talking in the charity show that we did about the predictability of Celtic at times. And Ian would say, yep, and other teams can see it. They'll be able to come. They'll be able to have a go. They'll know that this is how we'll play at times. And I think this sends the same message again, that come and have a go. You might walk away with something. That's what I feel about this.
Well, okay, I don't know if you could say they've come and had a go. I mean,
do you not
they've worked incredibly hard. They've put every man behind the ball when we have possession. But then when they attack in numbers. That's the thing. It's not just one man up front.
You'd have to agree there's a chance that they could have come away with a draw today.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right, oh, there we go. That's what it means. That's what it means. And here we are.
Goal threat, David Turnbull coming on.
With 4 minutes. I don't think there's going to be much VAR time. It's not from the second half. I think it was largely first half. We had a free kick. We've not really had any injury, have we? Nope. So we're probably not looking at much more than 3 or 4 minutes added. Let's see.
Navrachki's done pretty well there. A couple of
he's done okay actually since he came on. I thought he's done fine. Scales has been okay.
Scales did well there. There was a chance for Ross County if he wasn't on his toes.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. 3 points. But, I sort of allowed myself after the Hun game to sort of start to get expectant on how we were going to And yet, I don't know, here we are again. How many days of the transfer window have we got left? We've got...
Very few.
Yeah, 2 or 3, maybe.
Well, it's more than that, isn't it?
So
anyway, there's going to be a blitz of signings in the last minute, and we're all going to be delighted. So don't worry about it.
So okay.
Oh.
How easily were we exposed? How easily were we just exposed?
Jesus Christ.
How easily were we just exposed?
The way you reacted there, I thought there was a goal coming, and then it looked like there might be.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hardly gave us very much confidence there in terms of being able to receive.
Spilled that a bit.
Spilled it.
Oh, yeah.
This is there's a lot of worrying kind of, and I'm telling you, they're having a go. They're having a go. They want to have. They want to walk for something. We've got 4 minutes added time. 4 minutes. And we've used a minute and a half of those. I just want it to go down now. I think we just keep the ball. Don't expose ourselves anymore. Dear.
Yeah, it's been very poor.
I don't know about you, but when it comes up for you, I thought Turnbull held back on that and he should have kept going. That was a brilliant ball through to him, and I thought he should have
pulled out there. Yeah,
he pulled out of that. I don't know why he pulled out of that.
Oh, jeez. McGregor skies a shot.
Oh dear, I need to fix this chair. It's annoying me now.
Well, it's 12:55 a.m. here in Malaysia.
Yep, 12:55 it is.
This game is almost over. It was hardly worth staying up for, was it? You know, this is the kind of game I might have watched the first half and then just thought, oh, jeez, I'm off to bed.
Yeah, I would have done that. If I was watching them on, I probably would have. And then I'd caught it up the next day. Let's have a wee look. What are our timings coming back? So 11, obviously, takes us till nearly 1 in the morning, or it's going to be 1 in the morning. Aberdeen, 8th of Feb, Saturday, 3rd Feb, 8:30. So we've got a decent time for that.
Yeah,
and that's Aberdeen.
Time.
So that's
and then the only other feasible ones are 11 for us.
We've got a St Mirren at 10 a.m. And then it goes back to the 11 o'clock. So it's very random because then we've got some others at 8 p.m.
Possibly so. Oh, geez, there was another goal-mouth opportunity for them. Perhaps some of our contributors in other countries will be wanting to do this.
Maybe they'll do it, right? Yeah. Easier time for them. Right. Okay.
My God, they could easily have snatched a goal here in the last few minutes.
Absolutely.
I mean, nobody predicted 1-0.
Nobody predicted 1-0.
Final whistle.
There we go. Thank God for that. Well, we'll take the 3 points. Absolutely. Every day. don't know what he said about this game. We'll listen, see, pick up on what the manager says about it. If he says anything glowing about this and how hard we worked and to deservedly win, then I'm going to be worried, because no. But anyway, thanks to everybody for coming in. Hopefully, maybe the board see something of this. There you go. Bed of son watching and saying, you've got 3 days, get out there.
Yeah, Celtic 1, Ross County 0 is the final score. That means I don't get to use any of these banners that I created. We'll have to just go back to that one. That's crazy. Goal 1 minute, and then it finished 1-0. Yes. Didn't think that was going to happen after we went 1-0 up, did we?
No. That was... the manager's got some thinking to do before the next.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much. Surprisingly, the people who were here watching with us and joining the comments.
Made it very nice.
It made it far more interesting than it would have been.
Yeah.
Otherwise, so appreciate that. And yeah, it wasn't much of a game. At least we got the points, but County deserved a draw, maybe. I mean, if you were County, you'd be pissed off that you didn't get in out of that game.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a really good effort from them.
I think so.
All right, but we're going to work hard to find some interesting things to say about that game come Monday. But we'll have other things to talk about too. Lots of other things, including an exclusive comedic interview with Cameron Carter-Vickers to look forward to.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what I can say to get people interested in the next show, because that game was dross.
That's kind of destroyed us, right? Maybe you need some therapy. You need to vent. Come in for that.
Well, that's it. That's it. I mean, fans are never happier than when they're complaining. So there'll be lots of complaining on Monday. As I say, there'll be that interview with CCV. And, well, hopefully there'll be some player chat to talk about. Hopefully there's some links, some last-minute things, some surprise unveilings. We live in hope. That is always the Celtic way, is it not?
It is indeed. Hail, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Am I going to do closing credits? I suppose you should do closing credits.
Off we go.
Just going to take this off. All right. Cheery bye, everyone. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hail.
Cheers.